What's going on, RR fam? We're at the pool chilling right now. Look at this view, guys. We got our own rooftop pool to be at right now. But what we're going to go over this video, I'm going to show you guys how to use the Fibonacci's, exactly how I'm using it. And let me tell you, this strategy is extremely profitable. I don't think I've ever seen somebody else use the Fibonacci's this way. It's different from anything I've ever seen before, and I've just been testing it for months now, months on months on months, and I finally came up with a strategy where you can literally get the most perfect entries. It was crazy because on US 30, the pip count is way higher on indices, but I was trading US 30 the other day, and I think I actually show you in this video, but I literally caught a buy limit on that trade right there, and literally the drawdown was 60 pips. So 60 pips on freaking US 30 is absolutely insane. But guys, check it out. I'll see you later. Alright traders, welcome to my computer. Really excited about this video because I'm going to spill some crazy sauce. I've actually been using the Fibonacci's lately, and I've been testing it a little bit differently than I would usually. This is probably a different layout and setup that you have seen before, so just be patient with me, guys. Watch through this video. I actually am gonna show you guys something at the end of this video that I've been doing lately, that I've been working on, and you guys are going to love it. So really what I do when I'm using this Fibonacci strategy is I'm using the daily time frame. I know a lot of other traders will tell you, oh, use the fibs on the hour 1 time frame, the hour 4, whatever it may be, but I like to use the daily time frame. I'm going to show you guys exactly how I do this. So I was looking at GJ for longs yesterday. I knew that we had this spinning top right here, and we were most likely going to see a retest around this level, at least halfway through this candle right here, the body of this candle, we would see a retest, and that's exactly what happened. And this is what I did with the fibs. All I did was went swing low to swing high, and when I'm putting these levels up, I want to actually put the settings up. So if you guys all could screenshot the screen right now, you can set up your fibs like this, and then also screenshot this part right here. Okay, so that's how I have my fib set up, the style and everything like that. So when I got the fibs, what I was looking for, I'm going to do it one more time. I'm going to delete this and show you guys. So I'm getting the bottom wick right here on the previous daily candle. So when I get my fibs, I'm going to put the 100% level at the bottom of the wick and the 0% level at the top of the wick. Now it'd be vice versa if we're going short in the market, but we're going long here. So I'm going to get my fibs, go from the bottom wick to the top wick. So our 0% levels at the top right here, 100% levels at the bottom. And then you can see that I have these 3 levels, the 618, the 705, and the 79. Now these levels right here, these are our key levels. So I'm going to have a buy limit right here at the 618, a buy limit at the 705, and I kind of really don't put a buy limit or a sell limit at the 79 level. I'm usually focused on the 618 and the 705 level, mainly the 618. If you guys do not know what the Fibonacci's, the 618 is the most retraceable level while using this tool right here. So we have our entries right here. My stop loss is usually going to be at the 100% level, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually change my stop loss on the 100% level to be red, so I know therefore that's where my stop loss is going to be. So we have our stops down here, and then our take profits are going to be these 3 levels right here. Preferably if I'm entering at the 618, I'll have my take profit at the negative 0.618 right here. So if we looked at this trade, you guys can see when we set it up from the HOD, the high of the day on yesterday's candle, and the LOD, the low of the day on yesterday's candle, we can see that most likely it's going to retest this zone somewhere. So that's what we want. We want the market to come back down to hit the 618, the 705, the 79, wherever our entry is going to be. Most all the time, guys, you want to have an entry at the 0.618. Okay, and you can see that when that happened, when that next candle came out, it totally came and retested the 618. And I want to show you guys a drawdown, how many pips you would have been negative on this trade. You would have been negative 7 pips. And let's say we had our take profit at the 618 right here. It would have been smashed, by the way. We go from our 618 right here all the way up, 150 pips. You guys could have caught 150 pips overnight, and look at that wiki entry. Like, it literally wicked the market right there and then exploded upwards. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go to the hour 1 time frame, and we're going to kind of see where that entry occurred. So it did enter right here. So the market is closed right now. So this was 2 to 1, 1 to 12, 12 to 11, 11 to 10, 10 to 9, 9 to 8, 8 to 7, 7 to 6. So this was like 6 a.m. my time, right when the New York session was opening up. We can see that we actually did enter right here. And then we came down for another retest. And then the third retest right here. And then price started to push away right there. So we can see that it really, like, our entry was around like 6, 5, like 3 to 4 a.m. around that time right there. So that's a trade that I went into on GBP JPY using that strategy right there, and it works amazing. Now I gotta let you guys know that some of the time it's not always going to go and hit the 618, or it's not always going to retest a previous level, but most all the time it's going to do that. So let's see if it did it right here. I want to kind of look back on this candle. Yeah, beautiful. If we would have had a buy limit right here, all our zones would have been hit. Let me make this a little bit more perfect. I am a perfectionist, guys, as you can tell. So you can see that we had our doji right here. And when I'm doing this, obviously I'm waiting for a daily candle to close. So there usually is a ticker when the market is open. They'll tell you how many hours and how many minutes left are in that daily candle. So what I'll do is I'll set a timer. Usually I'm in the PST time zone. So a new daily candle will open and close at 2 p.m. PST. So I set an alarm at 2:30 p.m. PST because I kind of want the spread to lower after the market reopens, and if there are any gaps or anything like that, I want it to kind of close and give it time. But what I'm doing is I have my alarm set for 2:30 p.m. PST, and then I'm going through. I already have it, all my trades on the daily time frame. I'm just going through and I'm like, okay, perfect. What can we see here? Like, I'm looking for any type of setups. Now obviously when we're trading, everyone looks for different things, but with me, I'm looking at like how candles are opening and closing. I'm looking at the overall trend of the market. Usually when I see an uptrend, I'm looking for any dojis, any spinning tops that are at levels of support, or when I see a higher low. So we can see that we came up, we had our higher high, then we came back down to support for a higher low. This is where I'd be looking for entries. Any dojis, like right here, we have that doji, and then price completely went up. Same thing, we had our new higher high, price went higher than it did right here, as you guys can see. Okay, then we formed this new higher high right here, but price came down and retested this zone right here. But overall, we are in an uptrend, so I'm looking for any spinning tops, any shooting stars, things like that to get confirmation. So right here, we can see that after this candle close right here, we kind of have a doji. Honestly, most people would have sold this, but a lot of the time when I'm looking at dojis, it's not always going to be at a point of indecision where the market will close exactly where it opened. So a lot of the time you might see, like, honestly, I would call this a doji. Anyone who thinks differently, like, you're just being extra at the end of the day. So we have this doji right here, but the actual body of the candle, do you guys see how it closed bullish right here? It's closing bullish, so that's giving us signs like, yo, we already are in an uptrend. We're most likely going to break through this point of resistance, and that's what happened right here. We saw the price of the candle, it came right up here, and this is a new higher high because this one went higher than the other one. Okay, you guys can see that this resistance is higher than this resistance right here. So once we had that break, it went up. And guys, I'm honestly telling you right now, please subscribe to my channel, like these videos, comment on these videos. We're doing giveaways on every freaking video. As well with that, guys, I'm going to be providing a million times more value than I ever have. I'm really focused this year on helping as many traders get to that 6-figure income level or hit any type of goal that they have. So this is how we're going to do it, by providing as much value as I possibly can. Okay, so we're pretty much done right here. Let me go over it. Let me finish this up. So right here with this trade, you guys can see that the fibs did come on perfectly. We'll make it a little bit perfect. So we have our 100 or a 0% level right up here at the high of the day. Then we have our 0% level right here, or the 100% level at the low of the day. And you guys can see that the next candle that came out completely tested all these levels, hit all these levels, then went up. Imagine getting that entry. Imagine having entries all right here, guys. How crazy would that be if you guys had 3 just crazy entries, just wick, and then the market, we had so much volume from buyers in this market. So let's see, from our bottom entry at the 7.9 to where it closed, 87 pips. So 87 pretty much times that by 3. Obviously, like, it's like 5 to 10 a 5 to 10 pip difference in between these zones right here, but pretty much you would probably have caught like 300 plus pips on that trade. And the next day it would have actually hit our third take profit. So if we have our 3 entries right here, we're going to have our 3 take profits right here. So our 7.9, our take profit for that one could be at the negative 100% level, or our 7.05 could be at the 0.618 level, and then our 6.18 could be at the 0.27 level. But really it's like personal preference where you want to put the take profits for each entry. It's really up to you at the end of the day, guys. And you could even have it too where you have like 3 buy limits. Maybe you have a big lot right here like a standard, then you have a 50 cent right here, then you have a 25 cent lot right here. It really is personal preference, guys, but at the end of the day the 618 is the most retraceable level. Before I end this, I do want to show you guys a crazy setup that I went into on US 30. So I saw this spinning top right here on US 30. I knew we were already in an uptrend. I've been long in this market a lot lately. So I got my fibs. I did the same thing that I just did on GJ. We're going to have our 100% level right here at the bottom wick. Then we're going to have our 0% level at the top wick right there. And you guys can see the entry on this was fucking nuts. Okay, so you guys can see that we barely wicked the market right here. And I'm going to go to a lower time frame just so you guys can see more clearly exactly what happened. I'm pretty sure it was like when it hit our entry, it literally hit it, then went up over 3,000 pips literally in a couple of hours. Okay, so here we are on the hour 1 time frame. Okay, this was our entry right here on this wick. So I'm going to show you guys. These are indices, so the pip count is higher. There's a lot more volume in these markets. Look at the drawdown. You would have been negative about 40 pips on this trade right here. Okay, then we're going to zoom out. I want to show you guys from our entry how many pips you guys would have caught. So from our entry right down here, I caught this trade actually, and this is where I exited right up here. So that trade right there did 3,900 pips. Just to put it into perspective how crazy indices move, guys. But this strategy with the fibs works amazing. What I would recommend that you guys do is you guys have all my coordinates, everything how I have it set up. Now it's time for you to test it out. Now, like I said, I'm using it on the daily time frames, higher time frames, but hey, you can use these same coordinates on a lower time frame. It's really personal preference what works for you, but this is something that works for me. And I mean, guys, if it works for me, it'll work for you guys as well. I would appreciate if you guys could subscribe. I was actually looking at my analytics the other day, and it said that 92% of my viewers watching my channel are not yet subscribed yet. So 92% of you watching this right now are not subscribed. If you could hit that button, it would mean a lot. And hey, we're doing giveaways too. I don't know if you guys saw the giveaway at the beginning of the video, but definitely get into that giveaway. I'm giving away $100. So if you want $100 free, enter that giveaway. But guys, I'll see you on the next video. Peace out.